Came from Boys in the Hood. During the Boys in the Hood moment.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico, home to the Aggies of New Mexico State. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Missouri State Bears, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the New Mexico State Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. New Mexico State will kick it off and we'll be underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So Missouri State's offense will go on the attack first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships.
There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Looking to pass. It's Page. Finds his big tight end. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Bears want to crank the tempo.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Good timing on the quick out. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
He'll bring it out. It's Gabe. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Aggies offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Bears the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Makes the catch. It's Stevens. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. They'll run it from the gun. They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Harmon. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. The Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Page. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success.
He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. And the Bears are flying down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to...
Oh, he's got some space. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Bears moving quickly to the line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback keeps it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. He'll go to the sneak. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Trying play action. Buys a little time with his feet. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now they're up.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air, it's Page. With the catch, it's Silva. At midfield, he's got room. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. FIU handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown, and what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping on side.
Oh, what a spectacular... out and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab, it's Stevens. And they pick up just a few on that completion. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. So here comes the Missouri State offense. And he has had this offense clicking on all cylinders the entire game. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Page. Quickly complete. Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He slings it deep to the left. It's caught. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Missouri State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Pulls and fires complete. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bears! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snagged in the middle, it's Harmon. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. On the run, it's Harmon. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looking to throw, it's Page. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. Good right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Off play action on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Missouri State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Throws to the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Missouri State! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Wide open downfield. Gets away from one. He's got space. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Going to the run. It's Harmon. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Looking for more room. The 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bears. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He's in open space downfield. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. To the air, it's Velez. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the 1st INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Bears want to move quickly.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Bears! The deal looks like build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with them. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his 2nd sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situation.
Pulls it in down the sideline. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Missouri State. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boston College.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Scanning the field, it's Velez. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
So here comes the Bear offense. Just brilliant orchestration of this offense by the sophomore quarterback. A most impressive outing. It's as if he's seeing things before they happen. And there he goes. 10. Touchdown, Bears! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Missouri State. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still...
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Touchdown.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge... changing play to not just create the but to score a touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Fielded in the end zone. It's game. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Fielded in the end zone. It's game. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Oh, better look out! And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wants to return it. He gets a block. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. To the air, it's Velez. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. This young signal caller just seems to get better and better with each game. Their passing game has been simply outstanding the entire game. They've put it in the end zone, and they will get your attention with the numbers they've put up. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Bears are in the hurry-up. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Lofts one deep down the right side. He's got it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner goes down. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in.